Hi kids, I'm Storytime Pup, and welcome to the Storytime Pup Show. I'm so glad you came by to play. I love when my friends come by to play, and you're one of my friends. Are you ready to have fun? Let's see what we're going to do today. Magic marker, show us what we're going to do today. Yay! It's Storybook time! We love Storybook time! Well, hi kids, and thanks for stopping by for today's book. Today's book is The Little Shepherd and the Lost Sheep. It's written by Ashley Irvin and illustrated by Global Book Publishing. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started with today's book. A shepherd and his young son lived in a beautiful meadow surrounded by rolling hills. The son loved spending time with his father. Every day, the father took care of his sheep and showed his son how being a shepherd was not just a job, but also a responsibility. The father asked, "Son, would you like to join me in caring for the sheep?" "Yes, please," replied the son as he leaped in excitement. Together, they went towards the flock. The sheep started gathering around them. Their little noses tickled the son's hands and legs, and their fluffy bodies felt soft. "Oh, their bodies are so warm," the son giggled. The father guided the sheep to fresh grass. Providing the sheep with food, water, shade, and protection is important. When we care for them, they grow healthy and strong. The son paid close attention, quietly nodded, and listened to his father's words. The father taught his son something new every day, and the son began helping more and more with the sheep and shepherd's duties. One day, as the sun began to set, the father and son led the sheep back to their pen. The pen was shaped like a square and had tall, strong wooden fences to keep the sheep safe. When they reached the pen, they counted each sheep to ensure all were there. They settled the sheep down for the night, ensuring they were comfy. That night, a fierce storm came through the farm. The wind howled and the rain pounded. The sheep got scared, running around, bleating loudly. Lightning struck the side wall, cracking it open. The bright flash of light worried the sheep inside, and in the chaos, some sheep escaped through the opening. As the storm slowly stopped, the sheep that escaped found their way back into their pen. However, one sheep had wandered off. The next day, when the father and son came to check on the sheep, they noticed the hole in the fence. "Dad, there's a hole in the fence, and one of the sheep is gone," the son said. "You're right, son. We need to find it," the father said. The son asked, "Why are we searching for this one sheep? We have so many others here." "Every sheep is precious," the father said. "We have to care for all of them, no matter how many we have." "Why would a lost sheep not want to come home? Doesn't the sheep know how much we care for it?" "Sometimes even the most well-behaved sheep can get lost. It could have been scared and wasn't able to find its way back. So now it's our job to find it." They began searching for the lost sheep. They searched the meadows, called out the sheep's name, and checked with villagers nearby. "Dad, where do you think the sheep could be?" I'm not sure, but it hasn't gone far from here. Suddenly, they heard a faint bleeding sound in the distance. They both turned toward each other, smiling in hopes they had found the missing sheep. They ran towards the sound, the son yelling, "We are coming, little sheep!" his heart racing with hope. When they arrived at where the sound was coming from, they found a group of sheep eating grass. The father called out to the sheep, hoping their sheep would appear. The father called out again, but none of the sheep came forth. How do you know which sheep is ours? My sheep will know my voice. When I call out, the sheep will come to us. None of the sheep has come to us, so that means our sheep isn't there. The father nods sadly. The son put his head down with worry for the lost sheep, but his father rested his hand on his shoulder and said, "We have to be patient. What if we never find the sheep? What if we have lost the sheep forever?" "We will find it, my son. We will keep searching until we do." They continued their search and came across an old man who was planting in his garden. The father told the man they were looking for their sheep. The old man said, "I think I saw a wandering sheep near a shed by the riverbank," pointing towards the direction. "This might be our sheep, Dad," the son said with a sense of hope. They hurried towards the riverbank. It was a long walk, but their spirits lifted as they drew closer to the chance of finding their lost sheep. They heard a soft, bleating sound coming from a nearby shed. "Dad, do you think our sheep is in there?" "Let's find out." The father and son carefully opened the shed door. The door made a loud creaking sound when it slowly opened. It was dark inside, but they noticed a small, white shape in the distance. It was the lost sheep, safe and sound. The lost sheep was bleeding softly inside the shed and looked tired and scared. The son smiled with happiness. "We found our lost sheep, Dad!" "Yes, we did!" As the father spoke, the sheep heard his shepherd's voice and ran towards the pair. The father scooped it up in his arms, and the son rubbed the soft wool of the sheep. "We got you, little sheep! We were so worried about you! Now we're taking you back home!" "I'm so happy we found the sheep," the son said. "The sheep was scared. It needed us to bring it back home to be taken care of," the father said. "Imagine if we didn't come looking for it. It would probably be in a bad place. This is why we had to leave home to go searching for this lost sheep." They began traveling back home. The son learned the importance of being a shepherd. He wanted to be just like his father, to be kind, patient, and never give up. The father and son returned to the farm. The other sheep gathered around their friend who had just returned, and together they filled the air with joyful bleats. It was a heartwarming scene as they celebrated their reunion. The son watched as they played in the fields, their woolly bodies bouncing with each step. "One day, I'll become a great shepherd." The end. So what did you think about today's book? I was so happy to see that father and son found the lost sheep at the end. I'm so glad that they never gave up. They kept their faith, and the shepherds knew If they continued to look, they would find the lost sheep. I want to say a great big thank you to Ashley Irvin for sharing this wonderful book with us.